Greetings everybody and welcome to the Elite Dangerous livestream Educating Ed, the community livestream series all about inviting prominent community members over to come and tell me about how to actually play the game and tell me about what their community gets up to, what the group does, and then at the end they decide if they hire or fire me. But today we have a very special, different kind of live stream, a different kind of event. So you might even want to call this episode, and this is me sort of putting my hand over there underneath there, Outfitting Ed and not Educating Ed, because in this episode I'm going to be inviting a variety of community guests along to show me how to kit out the ships for the main sort of three types of gameplay, which is for combat, we're doing PvE and PvP, we're doing trading, and we're doing exploration as well. So I'm bringing different guests on. Who have I got? I've got some very special guests for you as well. I've got some guys coming down from the Hutton Truckers to tell me all about trading, because those guys are pretty good at doing that. I've got Fiery Toad, the streamer Fiery Toad, who's going to come along. I think he's a community favourite. I would like to say so myself anyway. He's one of my favourites. He's going to come along and tell me about PvE. Then I have DJ Truthsayer from the Imperial Inquisition, who is going to come along and tell us all about PvP. The naughty man, not naughty, he only does nice things with his PvP. I don't know why I call him a naughty man, sorry DJ. And Dr. Kai is then going to join us finally at the end of the night, about 8:10. He's going to come along and tell us all about exploration. He is from the Distant Worlds Expedition. He's in fact one of the founders of the Distant Worlds Expedition, and so he has a pretty good idea of what it takes to be a good explorer. Now, I am very sorry about the little bit of a delay that we had getting started today, but as we've been told by the straw poll, let's have a look. I want to see the results. Here are the results. I'm going to vote myself as well, of course. The reason was, and we all know the truth behind it, I don't have the results for some reason. Oh, here we go. Blame Mad Dog. As I suspected, it was Mad Dog's fault all along. Everybody, that's twitch.tv/MadDog, MAHDOGG. Go over there and tell him how much you hate him. That's a joke. Do not do any of that. Tell him how much you love him, because he's a fantastic streamer, fantastic guy. But yes, it is his fault that we were delayed by 5 minutes. Anyway, lovely to see everybody in the chat. Thank you so much for joining us. We've got fantastic Osric42 here's with us. Zach Antonacci's in the chat under Elite Dangerous as well. We've got Christopher Watson. Nice to see you, Christopher Watson. HCS Voice Packs. Really good to see you two there. How are you? Oh, Ben Moss Woodward. Good to see you too. So I feel like we should maybe get on with the episode, because we have lost 5 minutes. We've lost 12 minutes. 12 minutes! How will we ever get those back, guys? How will we ever get those back? Hi, James. Mr. Viger. All right. Let's have a look. Let's see what's going on here. I'm going to invite our first guests in, who are going to talk us through the perfect trade build. And with me, I have the wonderful, the ever-splendid Jesters Inc. and Michelle. Hello, Jesters Inc. and Michelle. How are you guys?
Hello from the Nuts Wing.
Hello.
Hi, Michelle. How are you doing today?
I'm doing all right.
Okay, that's good to hear. You sounded almost not completely sure, but I will take that as a positive.
I guess if I say I'm doing good, I'll feel better, right?
Yeah, that's it. I think it's all about positive mental attitude, which is what I took when I was working towards fixing the problem of the YouTube not working. Anyway, so what are you guys going to tell me all about tonight? You guys are from the Hutton Truckers. Tell everybody at home about the Hutton Orbital Truckers. I know, Jesters, if you want to tell us a little bit about the Hutton Orbital Truckers and what you guys get up to, just in case people at home don't know about those guys.
Well, we are Nuts Hutton Truckers. We're like a group within a group. We do all the stupid stuff in games that probably other people either don't want to do or shouldn't do for their own mental health reasons. But we try and do the max we can possibly do, and the best we could possibly do, involving as many other people as we can in open and in private groups.
Yeah, well, and it's a fantastic effort that you guys put in. The Hutton Orbital Truckers generally are, maybe Michelle can tell us a little bit about those guys.
Hutton Orbital Truckers are just that. We're truckers. We like trading. We like hauling. We like doing stuff with rares. Just anything that involves playing with other players. That's what we're about. If it's pirates coming after our convoys, we're all about that too. We do all kinds of crazy events. Today they've got close quarters combat event going on, and I mean, just if it's fun, it involves multiple players, then that's what we're about.
Well, I've got a bit of an advert actually to read at the end for that event that you're talking about. But actually, you two, when I asked our Hutton Audible Truckers contact, it wasn't Alfie himself, but we asked our contact. He put us in your direction for this episode of Outfitting Ed, and he said that you two were the people who have made the biggest records of trucking things, and that's why we asked you specifically about trading. So jesters, Michelle, first of all, I was told that you made probably the biggest ever, what's the word I'm searching for? You just did the biggest ever trade across that any Hutton trucker's ever done, is that right?
No, that was Jesters that did the biggest trade ever. I did, my contribution to the most recent community goal was kind of the biggest anyone's ever seen within the truckers.
Okay, and what was that then?
It was almost 71,000 tons hauled for the water purifiers in LFT 37.
70,000, everybody. 70,000, round of applause. Give Michelle some love in the chat as well. Say hello to Michelle and tell everybody that you're very impressed by those 70,000 tons. Oh, yes. And finally, getting warmed up now. Here we go. You ready? Ready for this, guys? And Jesters Inc. as well. That is the largest trucker ever. Not the largest trucker ever. That would be rude. The largest trade ever done by any trucker. What was that?
Highest single trade profit was 73,194,264 credits.
Say that again.
73,194,264 credits.
In one single trade?
One single, sale.
That's pretty epic. And how do you think that... Yeah, look at the people in the chat, by the way, Michelle. Just thought I'd say if you are there, or if your partner's seeing it or not, I don't know. But it's pretty cool.
I'm watching the chat. I appreciate it, everyone.
Look at that. Yeah. And yeah, how did you do that then? How did you get that much?
Well, we talked about doing this early days. We were going to do like a rares transfer, which was brought on by doing the Christmas CG, where we shipped gifts from Frost Dock to up north to Claws. And
up north.
We said we could, possibly do a full cutter, and we pulled into dock halfway and said, right, we can do approximately 22 million, and we thought that was going to be epic. But then we looked at doing it with, say, the power play bonus, and we thought, well, we could do about 35 million. And then somebody came on there and said, the barnacles were doing rather well, and we looked at shipping those, and of course it just went completely off the table with that one.
Yeah, of course, yeah. Yeah, and also, Michelle, as well, you were mentioning that you did more than just doing trucking yourself. You actually assisted other people, helping them load up their ships to make sure that the community goal was a success. Is that right?
That was in the fireworks community goal and the gifts community goal that Jesters was talking about. The Nuts Wing did a lot of that, and I threw a lot of hours behind both of those community goals.
Yeah, well,
and I helped organize we did a convoy for the fireworks community goal that was 4 anacondas full and 2 pythons full, and we dropped them to anyone that was willing to pick them up on the other end. We had I think it was 20 or 30 random commanders from the forums and Reddit that showed up to collect from us.
Awesome, that's amazing. And I'll move on so we can start talking about these loadouts, because we haven't got that much time, and we've got loads more guests coming on as well. And how will Fiery Toad live up to you guys with your amazing stories? I'm sure he can. But let's go on then. So you guys, I've asked you to prepare some builds for me to show me how to become as good trucker as you guys are. I know that requires flying skills, flying abilities, which I am developing. But I suppose starting with the right build would be the way to move forward. So what is the first thing? I'm going to enter the hangar here. Daddy, of course, has given me enough credits. Let's just say enough, 61 billion, to put together these builds. So what have you guys put forward for me? Jesters, do you want to take it away?
Well, the first build that we've got is a Type 6, because it's probably the first ship that any real trucker should get his backside into.
Okay.
It's quite cheap, so you can get into it quite quickly, and you can get a decent cargo hold out of it of 104 tons. So that's what we've chosen up first.
Okay, so I'm just buying it now and storing my current ship as well, of course, because that would be Oh, it'd be ridiculous if I didn't do that. So I've bought myself a Type 6, and I am in there right now in this, what have people called it before previously? The Space Cow? Is that the correct terminology?
If you're in a Type 9, definitely.
Type 9 is the cow, sorry.
Yeah, that's the cow. But yeah, the Type 6, it's more like the baby sister, really, of the Type 9. But it's a really
I call
good
it a bar of soap.
Oh, yeah, it is a bar of soap.
It's a very graceful, wonderful bar of soap, though. A very beautiful looking bar of soap. All right, so we have hard points on here. Right, I'm looking at the hard point screen right now. What do I do? Talk me through.
Right.
Literally, module by module, how we make this the perfect middle range. Are you saying middle range or cheap? Would you call this cheap or middle range? This is the cheap one.
Cheap and cheerful. It
Okay.
really is.
This is the entry-level ship.
Entry-level ship, awesome.
We're getting rid of the hard points straight away. If you want to go fighting, you're not doing it in a Type 6, so get rid of those. That's just excess weight.
Selling the hard points. So what about if I'm trying to defend myself from pirates? Is that something you're going to talk about in a little later on, or?
If you want to die, you can try doing that in a Type 6.
So I should just be boosting away, basically.
This is going to be a runner, and it's a cheap runner as well. So if you do lose it, it's not going to be expensive. So you want, in your utility mounts, you want 2 Class B shield boosters, and you want a chaff launcher.
Right, okay. Utility mount, sorry, yeah. Whoops. A chaff launcher. What? Any particular rating on the chaff launcher, or has you got the one, isn't there? Sorry.
You've only got the one. It's
right,
for choice.
I'm glad that I covered myself there by going, I know that. It's only the one. That's educating Ed. That's what it's all about. Me pretending to be a bumbling buffoon when really I'm actually very good at the game. And what was the other one, sorry?
2 shield boosters, Class B.
Class B. Here we go. Model type, shield boosters. Class B. Okay, great, got it.
Right, this is pretty much a B build, if you like. So when you get over to the power plant, thrusters, frameshift drive, that's all B class, and the biggest B class that you can put in there as well.
Okay, fantastic. So right from the top.
Which is going to be...
Lightweight alloys. I've got my bulkheads.
We leave those as they are.
Leave those as they are. Power plant?
Is going to be a 3B.
3B, as you did say that to me earlier. Okay, got my 3B power plant. Thrusters?
4B.
4B. Alright. And frameshift drive.
4B.
4B. So this is honestly, I know you did just say that before, but I didn't quite take you literally as I maybe should have done. It's literally B on everything, right?
You're quite right, because we're on to the life support next, which is going to be a 2D.
Oh, okay, 2D life support. I mean, talk through a few of these sort of choices on here and why you're choosing 2Ds rather than...
I will do. If we put the power distributor in there as a 3D as well.
Yeah. Okay, sorry, power distributor is 3D, did you say?
And then the sensors as a 2D.
3D?
No. The reason we use D modules is because those tend to be the lightest modules, and weight gives you more jump range. And then the B modules, the reason we're using those on this ship is they're almost as good as the A's, but they cost a lot less. Like for the frameshift drive, the A-rated frameshift drive is 1.5 million, whereas the B is only 500,000. So when we're looking at an entry-level ship, that might blow someone's budget trying to go for an A-rated frameshift drive.
Okay. What about the power distributor? Sorry.
That was a 3D.
Yep, got that. And the sensors?
Sensors are 2D.
2D sensors.
The thing is, we're not fighting, so we don't need great sensors. The life support, if you do get trapped by a pirate, you are going to die, so prolonging it with life support is pointless.
Okay. Prolonging it with life support is very pointless, you're right, and it is a cheap one, like you said. Alright, so, if you are just joining us, by the way, this is a special episode of Educating Ed called Outfitting Ed, where I'm being taught by some of our trade aficionados, combat aficionados and exploring aficionados about what perfect builds to take out. We're looking at a sort of smaller, cheaper ship for trading at the moment, and we are about halfway through looking at this. Anything else that I need to make sure I change on here? I mean,
definitely,
all of it, right?
we haven't done the cargo.
Okay, let's do that.
Yet.
That's the most important thing for a trader.
So in your first slot, that's going to be 32 tons 5E cargo rack.
5E cargo rack.
And in the second one as well.
Sorry, I'm not... I'm going to have to search through this to find the cargo racks. Where are you? Are you right at the bottom?
If you do it by module type, they're
Yeah.
sort of like 3/4 of the way through. Down the
And
page.
what did you say, sorry?
They're 5E cargo racks,
5E.
32 tons.
Okay, I'm not seeing all of those on there. On module type. Oh, unless I'm in the wrong... This is the top internal compartment, right?
Yes, the number 5 slot.
Oh, sorry, 1 second. The number 5 slot, yeah. Maybe I'm doing this wrong, but...
I'm just going to pop into game and check it
Have a
out.
look,
because
yeah. No, it's probably me just being an idiot. And I'm sure that somebody in the chat will tell us. Sort of name by ascending, yeah, I'll do that. That makes a lot more sense. Yeah, because the... What? My mouse is going crazy. Cargo rack, 32! Hey, E5. Got it.
Excellent, and the same in the next one.
Thank you. Thank you, chat. It is the wonderful community that will always come together to tell me about how to be amazing at this game. That's the whole reason we're here, right? Am I right? Yeah, okay.
Do we hire and fire you at the end of this?
No! Right, okay, and the third one down?
It's all cargo right until you get to the.
Yeah, so you just want me to put the biggest potential cargo racks that are in there, basically.
Yeah,
So
whatever you can pop in
sorry,
there.
I just went past it. Cargo rack. I can only put 2 in there for some reason. Oh, I can only get 16, sorry.
Yeah, some of the tricky things is if you swap
8.
out your lower
Yeah.
default racks, they'll appear at the top rather than the bottom of your selection. So that's one to watch out for. It does get a bit
I
confusing.
seem to have the most... Oh, yeah, 16. No, because it's already... But it says buy back. Oh, no. Right, I see what you're saying. Sorry, that's my idiotic. Again, educating Ed. How about that?
There you go.
16. That's why they appear at the top. Yep. Got it.
And until you get to the slot 3, which we're putting a B3 shield generator in there.
I wasn't... sorry. B3.
Yeah, in the number 3 slot.
Love the fact that people are so willing to give me passes on these things. Like, they're so nice in the chat. They're like, hey, I'll just check, just do it by name. No one's ever nasty in the chat. It's really lovely. So I really appreciate that, everybody. Sorry, what am I putting? Shield generator D3?
No, B3.
B3, yeah, got it, B3.
And then the remaining is cargo again. So two E2s.
2 E2s. Look at this. I'm going to save this ship, Genuinely am. I hope people are taking notes if you're interested in doing a nice slow running here. I genuinely think Zach is running a Type 6 at the moment. So I reckon he's probably in the chat. He says he actually am learning stuff with my Type 6. That's really funny. Sorry, and I don't need a discovery scanner, obviously.
Nope, sell that and pop in the cargo as well.
Good man.
I mean, you can keep things like that for the sake of 2 cargo. It's 4 cargo. It would be. It's not a big deal. You could even put in like an auto docker if you wanted to, if you can't fly.
No, we're maxing here on trade. All right. So the planetary approach suite, sell it.
No, it doesn't make any difference. It doesn't weigh anything, and it's part of the Horizons only deal.
Horizons. Pick up Horizons now. On sale. Season pass. Okay, what am I doing now? That's it. I'm done.
I think you're pretty much ready to go. So you should have a
I have to apply my
current
Black
loadout.
Friday paint job first of all, though, and my community skins, and then
Do we have real quick time for me to answer a question from chat?
Yeah, of course you do.
Someone was saying, why are we advocating for shields on a trade ship? Because we've done some experiments with this, and the money you would save the money you would earn by not having shields won't pay for your rebuy that you're going to initially run into, or you're going to eventually run into, because you will be interdicted by a ship you will not be able to run away from, and they'll shoot out your thrusters, and you will die without shields. So no matter how good of a pilot you are, you are going to lose your ship if you don't have shields eventually.
And also, as
you have to run something like 64 runs unshielded to earn the difference of not having shields.
Look at that. And
That's why we have her around.
Yeah, you guys are brilliant. Nick Ludlam says, Ben, we're allowing for Ed's docking.
Yeah,
that's why you've got shields on, because I'm probably going to smash into the side of things when I'm on my way out. Right, for the interest of time, because we have run over a little tiny bit, why don't we move straight on to the... I mean, do you guys have anything both to say about that build?
Yeah, it's fast. You can boost almost and keep a constant speed above 350, so it's not bad for a little tiny bar of soap.
Yeah, we wouldn't. I don't think we'd be doing this episode of Educating Ed any justice if we didn't take it for a little spin. You have to take it for a little spin. I'll nip outside, do a little boost, and come back in. How about that? Yeah, Moose 66 T32 says the T6 is actually pretty fast. If you guys want to answer any questions that you can see in the chat, do feel free to go ahead and do so.
I can't actually see the chat, so
okay.
It's down to Michelle.
Michelle, yeah. Whoa.
Someone asked why we didn't do a fuel scoop. This is for A to B trading, this build. We have some other builds for the Type 6 that are for like rares trading and stuff, and they do include a fuel scoop.
Okay, and where can people, I mean, have you guys put together any of these builds? Maybe you could save them and actually send to people, maybe?
I know Jesters has the whole list of them. Yeah, maybe we can get them posted somewhere.
Yeah, it's not a problem.
I'm sure we'll find somewhere at the end.
This Type 6 build, if I remember correctly, has can get 7 jumps and 99 light years jump range on a fuel tank.
Well, yeah,
yes, spot on.
I was going to say, actually, I'll just quickly check my jump
Oh,
range
there we go. David says we're going to publish them on the Hutton Truckers website.
Fantastic. Thank you, David. Nice to hear from you. Thank you for joining us. David Pearson, everybody.
Landing gear deployed.
This is the landing gear song. It's where we go. Ooh, nice and steady. Lovely stuff. She runs like a beaut, guys. She runs like a beaut, I've got to tell you.
She's a good little ship, she really is.
So far, I'm satisfied, and genuinely, I am going to go and make one of these. Give some general tips while I'm loading up the next ship. General tips on trading. Do you have any?
Time is money.
Time is money.
So I don't know where I heard that from, but I heard it somewhere.
Yeah, I think it's a fairly common thing to hear. So Elite Dangerous says, and that's Zach, head of community Zach, Antonacci there, says, I'm doing trade things right now. Is there any other major changes other than add fuel scoop? He says. And I think it genuinely is actually really helping him, which is so. I know I'm just satisfied that at least one person is being helped by this so far, and 2, including me. Right, what's the next ship, guys?
Well, you could do your exotic Type 6, which is basically A-grade it all. And,
okay.
It will cost you twice as much, and you'll increase your range and stuff like that, and obviously your top speed will increase and your survivability. You'll have A3 shields on there. You can include a fuel scoop on that, and with a little bit of clever management, you can run everything that's on this class as well.
And the Type 6 is a great rares trading ship too, because it has a very good jump range for what it is.
Fantastic, yeah.
And when you think you're comparing this to, say, something like the Asp,
range,
which has got even bigger jump range, it costs a sixth of the price, so that's where it's scoring points.
Okay. Well, I think what we'll do is, rather than go for the exotic Type 6, why don't we go for the high end? Let's do the high end thing, just for the interest of time. What do you say?
Oh, that'd be the Anaconda then, wouldn't it, really?
Do you want to do...
Yeah.
Do people want to see the Anaconda? I think people want to see the Anaconda. Somebody actually asked about total price on that. What sort of thing are we looking at? Someone said 61 billion with it. That's not true. Someone's just laughing at the amount of money I've got. Yeah, 61 billion.
Well, there's different options for the Anaconda. There's just straight up trader build, what Jesters calls the super trader, which is just, it's really fast and it carries 448 tons of cargo. And that one's not too expensive. And then there's the one that I like to run, which is what I call the pirate killing trader.
Yeah.
It's got full weapons, and if something interdicts you, you can probably kill it. Unless it's a player in like a stealth ship or something like that. You're not going to have very good luck against that.
Did you say the super trader? Is that what you called it?
I think
Yeah,
we call
that's
it the fun
Jester's.
trader.
The fun
trader?
The fun trader or the super trader. All right, okay. So that sounds awesome. So I'm there now. I'm in that right now. And I'm in the outfitting screen. So first of all, of course, we've got I'm going to go for a gold Anaconda, of course. With the community decal, without fail, I'll have to put that on there. All right. All my hard points are empty apart from my pulse lasers. What sort of thing are you doing on this crazy big machine?
I should let Michelle talk you through this one because this
No,
really
no.
is a baby. She built
Oh
this,
wait,
and
we're
it's a
doing the one
wicked
with
ship.
the weapons.
Yeah, let's do that one.
Okay, do you have the link for the build? I don't have it open right now.
Oh, let me try and get it to you real quick.
You can put it in the TeamSpeak chat at the bottom.
I can tell you, since you're on hard points, I can guide you through that first. The first 4 hard points, I like to use pulse laser turrets.
Okay, what? Just the most...
The biggest one you can fit, yeah.
The biggest one I can fit, okay. So you want price.
So I think they'll all be class 3.
Price descending, that's what we want. Beam laser class 3, right?
Until the new huge one comes out, right?
Yeah, on the way. You learned about that today, didn't you, for the first time? That's nice.
Yeah.
That's really cool. All right, so pulse laser, did you say pulse? Is that right?
Yeah, pulse laser.
Okay, and we're talking, well, I would need gimbal, but are you saying that I should go fixed?
You can run gimbal, but we're not going to be having that great of thrusters on this ship,
Okay.
so you're not going to be able to turn very good. It's,
All right.
I mean, you can always go in reverse and down and up thrust to turn quicker,
Yeah.
but I like just
Okay.
using turret because it's easy.
So just another, I'm just going to do class type so I know module type so I can get to there quickly. Pulse laser, so... Sorry, what is going on here? Losing my mind a little bit. There we go, D3s, right? Do you say D3s?
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's the top 4 that are D3s?
Correct.
Okay. D3s. A man puts guns on a ship. The stream.
I just want to check something while you're doing it. On Coriolis, 3Ds are showing as fixed, but
They're fixed. I'm going for fixed because I feel like I'm taking too much power draw.
You're
well,
a
I'm not
brave
going
man.
to actually do any fighting in it, so it's fine. But I'm saying that like it's
Oh
because...
no, power draw will be fine. We're gonna upgrade the power plant.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Cool. So, and I mean, in the interest of time, what sort of? I mean, people want to see the stats. To be fair, so let's carry on. Let's do it. Run through every module. There's a lot of them on here.
Okay, so
But we'll-
the next hard points are going to be the mediums and smalls are going to be multi cannons. I run turrets for these just because I feel the Anaconda is kind of a slow turning ship.
Multi-cannon turrets F2.
Yeah, class 2 and then class 1 for the smaller hard points.
Okay. Yeah.
Again, this is for killing NPCs. So turrets are going to work plenty fine.
Okay.
I've killed NPC Anaconda pirates fine with this ship.
So that's the next 2 that you wanted to do, or are you saying multi-cannons for the next 4? Did you say?
For the next 4, yeah.
Oh.
So it's pulse
Oh.
lasers and multi cannons, and
All right.
that bursts just about anything down.
F1. Yeah.
Now, since the stealth ships are really really popular now, I saw the guy did torpedo launchers on his Tradeconda, and that was really fun.
Did you say cannons or multi-cannons here?
You can use cannons, or I prefer multi cannons.
I'm gonna go for multi-cannons. I put a cannon on like an idiot.
Basically, you just want some sort of kinetic damage because if you run all lasers on a ship like this, you're gonna have a hard time killing those smaller ships.
Yep. Okay. You seem pretty good at this, Michelle. I'm gonna say. I know it's. You seem like you know. I should have invited you on for pretty much every section of this today. Is that the case?
She's very knowledgeable.
I like playing every facet of this game.
It's awesome.
I get really bored if I get tied into one option. Exploration
It's
killed
the
me
beauty of
because
Elite Dangerous.
I could only do exploration for 2 or 3 weeks, and yeah, that
Cool,
wasn't
that's
fun.
awesome.
I like doing trading for a few hours and then going to a res
Yeah.
site, and then just switching it up.
Yeah. Osric42 says, cook yourself. Last time in the on Educating Ed, I put all lasers on a Corvette and just cooked myself and essentially killed myself in PvP combat. Very silly. All right, so what are the next few things? You're just going to have to sort of quick fire through these
So
now?
you're going to want one chaff launcher. That's good for dealing with gimbaled weapons, and it's also good if you're doing any kind of naughty smuggling into a station. It helps delay the scan a little bit.
Okay.
And then everything else is going to be A-rated shield boosters.
A-rated shield boosters. Okay. That's interesting. Wow. A-rated shield boosters. Jeez. Let's have a look. So how much do you think this build would cost altogether? I haven't been paying attention.
This one's going to run you about 275 million unless you use discounts.
Okay. Interesting.
This is definitely not a affordable build.
I mean, it is for me because of Daddy's money that comes in, you know, so it's all right. Daddy wants me to drive the safest and best ships possible when out on trade runs.
Yeah.
Hey, Michelle, do you reckon we should hit him up for some of those credits for doing this?
Yeah.
You guys don't need it. You're the ultimate
time
traders.
is money. Time is money.
You guys have got loads. Yeah, time is money.
Have you seen how much the mirror bulkheads
right
cost for a Corvette? Come on.
There you go. Mirror balls. There you go. Mirror ball bobblehead. Right. Internals. Oh gosh, here we go. We haven't even started.
All right, internals. 7A power plant.
7A power plant. Oh, yep. So we want to keep the bulkheads the same, right?
Yeah, keep the lightweight bulkheads just because running anything else cuts down your jump range too much.
7A power plant. Thrusters. 7A.
7A.
Frameshift drive.
6A.
So this is definitely the unaffordable one. Can anybody in the chat actually afford this build? Can you afford this build, Michelle?
Yeah, I could buy 2 or 3 of these.
Just 2 or 3, just casual 2 or 3.
And that's considering I already have one of these sitting somewhere.
Nice. Just want to sit lying around. Frameshift drive.
A-rated 6, class 6.
A-rated 6. A6. Sorry, where did I put that? Oh, I've already got it on there. Sorry, wasn't paying attention. Okay, and life support.
Life support 5D.
5D. That's okay.
And power distributor, we're going to run 8D for weight savings. You can, if you go with the pulse lasers and the multi-cannons, it's not going to hit your weapons capacitor that much, so you can skate by with an 8D instead of having to go for an A or a B.
Okay, that's quite low down.
Because jumping to an 8A cuts your jump range down to, I think, like 13 or 14 light years. It's really short.
8D is what I'm looking for. For some reason, there you go. I just kept skipping over it. You wouldn't believe sometimes when it's looking. It's the Galactic intern. You know, when I'm looking through menus, well, lots of people are watching, commenting on how I'm looking through menus. Yeah, it's just, you know, it's not as easy as it sounds. Right, I've just realised that we could do an episode on each type here, and so we could just carry on. But no, we've got other guests waiting in the wings.
Sensors are going to be D.
Sensors are going to be D. Sensors are going to be D. D8. Yep. Okay. Got it. Right.
All right, and then your internal compartments, you just want to fit the biggest cargo racks you can.
Yep. Okay. And so you're going to have...
Until you get to the class 4 slot, and that's going to be 4A shield generator.
And you're going to have basically how much cargo to hold by the end of that?
Depending on if you run a docking computer or not, either 448 or 452. Well, on the Anaconda, I like running a docking computer just because I use a foot pedal for my thrusters, and it's kind of hard to do that fine adjustment with the foot pedal.
That's so good, man. Can I just tell you, you are absolutely badass. And Jesters Inc., you're absolutely awesome too. Like, you guys are super, super cool. Where can people see these builds then? I think Dave said he's going to post them where to?
Dave's going to post them on the Hutton Truckers website. I believe that's huttonorbital.com. I'll verify that in a second.
Okay. Yeah, so if you could put that link in the chat, Dave, that would be really, really fantastic with all of the builds, because you actually had suggested some other builds for me. Do you want to quickly run through what those are first, before I move on?
We had some Python builds as well, because the Python, believe it or not, is one of the most versatile ships in the game, and it can be maxed out to 280 cargo. With shields, I think it was as well. So
yeah, 280 with shields, 292 without.
Yeah, it's a really versatile ship.
It's the Viper.
The only no, the Python.
Python, sorry, yeah.
The only problem with it is it's got a shorter jump range compared to these the better haulers.
I'm getting messages all over the place. So the hauler, right? Yeah. Did you just mention the hauler? I'm very sorry, I got distracted by somebody sending me a message off stream. So
no,
sorry.
No, we were talking about the Python.
Yeah, I know you're talking about the Python, but I'm sure you mentioned the hauler right there at the end, or was that just my imagination?
Oh no, we call them haulers because they haul. That's.
Well, I'm sorry, it was very, very rude of me. But yeah, I want to just say again really, really quickly that you guys have been absolutely wonderful. If you do go over to, I think, has he put the link in there in the chat yet?
I don't think we have it posted on the website yet, but we will get it posted
Okay.
on there. It's huttonorbital.com. I'll
Fantastic.
post it in the TeamSpeak, and you can post it wherever.
Okay, well, thank you so much, and thank you very, very much for having patience with the Galactic intern this evening. I'm very appreciative of your patience while I search through menus like a madman. I do want to say one last quick thing as well. There is a CQC event happening tonight. I think it's starting at around 8:30 p.m, so shortly after this. And it's going to be streamed over at twitch.tv/1Viger. 21 and Psycho Cow, and I'm sure some people could put some links in there. They're streaming a CQC event tonight, which is really, really, really going to be super cool. I want to say one last thank you to you guys, and really do appreciate it. Would you come back on the stream again sometime soon for a second episode of Outfitting Ed?
Oh,
Sure.
definitely.
Well,
And I've got one more thing to say.
Go on.
For the mug.
for the mug.
For
Thank
the
you
mug.
very much. That's very, very kind. All right, guys.
Time is money.
I will see you later. Time is money, which means I've got to move on to the next guest. Okay, so we'll see you very soon. Bye. All right, let's bring in our next guest to talk us through PvE builds. This is combat builds. We have Fiery Toad, everybody.
Hello, Ed. Good day. How are you?
Fiery Toad, round of applause, everybody, for Fiery Toad. Fiery Toad, everybody in the chat, give Fiery Toad some love.
Thank you. How are you, my friend?
I'm very, very well. I realise that I'm rushed for time because of the...
Yes.
That was supposed to take... It only took us half an hour. But
That's not too bad.
We're 15 minutes behind schedule. So
We'll be
maybe
quick
we
then.
should carry on this chat about timings some other
later.
time. Yeah, yes, at
yes.
a later date. But Fiery
Indeed.
Toad, you are a streamer of sorts, would you say?
Of sorts.
I would say one of our very first streamers, actually. Why don't you tell the people at home who may not know about you what sort of streams you do?
Mainly Elite Dangerous. Pretty much a lot of Elite Dangerous. With a few other bits and pieces thrown in for good measure.
Okay, great. Which is fine. I'll let you off for those little bits and pieces for good measure. But as long as it's mainly Elite Dangerous now, I'm only joking.
Oh, it's nearly always Elite Dangerous.
I have a notification set every single time that you stream Elite Dangerous. It pops up saying Fiery Toad has gone live, and it is literally about once every 10 minutes. So,
Yes.
how many hours have you played in this game? Do you mind admitting to the folks at home?
It's a couple of thousand.
How many weeks did you say that was?
20 weeks, yeah.
20 weeks of playing, everybody. Round of applause for Toady and his 20 weeks of playing. You have made Triple Elite, haven't you?
I have indeed, yes.
Which one was your first Elite that you reached?
Exploration.
Exploration, and then
Then
followed
combat,
by...
then trade.
All right, so combat. Let's do it then. PvE
Okay,
builds.
Yes.
So I'm going to back out of this right. I'm in just a time. Let's just go jump straight in. Where can people find your stream, by the way?
Twitch.tv/Fiery Toad.
Fiery Toad. And perhaps you could as well post somewhere or on Twitter the builds that you're actually going to tell me about tonight. Would you be able to
I
do
can
that?
put them into the chat right now.
Oh, well, maybe you should do that and then people can read over them. Oh, that might be a spoiler. Let's wait until the end. Let's wait until after you've told me about them. So, the first chip, I think I mentioned to you to pick out like a budget one.
Did you?
Oh, did I not?
No, you just said pick a couple.
All right.
I mean, if you want a real budget ship,
Yeah.
stock Sidewinder.
Yeah. Stock Sidewinder.
budget one.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, all right, no, let's not do the Stock Sidewinder. People here have played the game, right? People in the chat have played the game. They want that sort of middling build that you think's perfect for PvE type play. PvE, by the way, for people who may not know what PvE is obviously play versus environment. It means not actually engaging one-on-one with real-life human enemies. You're not much of a
if you wanna-
PvP player, are you, Toad?
I am not really. No. I prefer co-op and stuff.
All right.
Yeah.
And again, that's fine. It's Elite Dangerous. It's the beauty of Elite Dangerous. All right.
Blaze your own trail.
What am I going for? What am I going for here?
Well, you could do a Cobra if you want to do a mid-range one.
Let's do a mid-range Cobra. Let's do a Cobra Mark
we'll
III,
do it on
right?
the fly. We'll do it on the fly. How's that?
All right. Wait, but you've picked a couple builds, haven't you?
I have. I've done the third Lance and the Python, but I'm not.
No, let's do the
exactly...
Feather Lance. Let's do what
Okay,
you
we'll do the
suggested.
Feather
If this is
All
what
right,
these are your perfect builds.
Yes.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Feather
Although
Lance.
I did put a Olympic controller on instead of a fuel tank on the third Lance, so I was thinking about Mad Dog at the time.
Oh, the in references are flying high tonight, guys. The in references
Aye.
are full. The community spirit is strong, and I love it. Is Elite Dangerous still in the chat? I'm interested to see if Elite Dangerous is still watching.
Hopefully Zach's still around. He better be watching.
There we go. I'm going to store my ship because, of course, the Anaconda. We don't want to lose the Anaconda.
No, the Trader Condor, the Explorer Condor.
All right, so we're standing by for the Federal Lance to pop its
Load
way
up.
into my its
Sure.
way into my hold. Ellie Dangerous says Zach is always watching. Fantastic. That's good to know. It's good to have you here. It's good to have you here watching Educating Ed, Outfitting Ed. If you're just joining us, Outfitting Ed is a spin-off of Educating Ed, where the community come and tell us why I'm rubbish at the game and what build I should be using instead. Now we're up to PvE combat with Fiery Toad. Twitch.tv/Fiery Toad, FIREYTOAD.
Doodly doodly.
So I've got it. I've got my Federal Lance.
Yep.
Most
Okay,
importantly,
I'll put it up.
I'm going to apply a paint job. I've got loads. I'm going to go for a vibrant purple.
What about the ice white? The tactical ice one.
I could do the tactical ice white. Tactical ice. All right.
Yeah, looks
That's-
so good on the 30.
Oh, look at that.
No.
All right. Sorry. Hard points. In combat. Is it true that hard points the hard points are the most important part of a combat build?
I don't know. They are certainly important, yes, but I think it's, it all depends on how you want to fly the ship and how you want to play. So I've done my builds the way that fits me. Some people may disagree.
Okay. Right. Well, what's first then?
Right. Well, I would go with the weapons to begin with,
Yes.
and the interior modules.
Okay.
So I've got a 4B gimbaled cannon on the large hard point.
4B gimbaled
Yeah,
cannon.
right. Because I can't hit with a plasma. I'm terrible.
We're going to go for prices. No, we're going to go for name. That way I can actually find the gimbaled cannons. 4B gimbaled cannon. So you're not very good. Is that what you just said?
Well, I couldn't hit an anaconda at 20 paces with the plasma accelerator, so gimbal's all the way for me.
4B gimbal cannon, right there. Nice.
Yeah, that's on
So
a
this-
huge point.
This is quite an expensive.
It's 89,500.
Just want to have a look at this ridiculous. Look at this.
But if you go down to Yuyong Ru's discount warehouse, you can get it for 15% cheaper.
Okay. Right. Okay. The next weapon.
Right, then
Excuse me.
you want 4 Class 2 gimbaled burst lasers on all 4 medium slots.
Burst lasers.
Burst lasers, yes.
Sorry, Class B. Did you say?
No, 4 Class 2 burst lasers. They're gimbaled.
You can't even have a letter as a class. Well, mad.
rating G, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, no. I was the one who got it wrong.
Yeah.
And I've forgotten what you said. Burst lasers, gimbaled again.
Yep, exactly, 4 of those. We're professionals, we can get away with this.
Yeah, no, yeah, this is what we do all the time, right?
Exactly.
I forgot which one you said again.
4 Class G
Yeah.
gimbaled burst lasers.
Gimbaled burst lasers,
Class
G.
2, let's say. Rank
There
two.
we go.
There
I've
we go,
got it.
found them
G.
finally.
Yeah.
Ignore the innuendos in the chat.
There aren't any, surely.
Or hopefully not.
No. We have
no,
a
never.
very sensible audience here.
We do.
at
Well,
Front
apart from Mad
Developments.
Dog. And
Okay, the second medium hardpoint.
all the 4 medium hard points are burst lasers. All of them.
Burst lasers.
Yes.
Okay.
4 burst lasers.
Just checking.
Gimbaled.
Just checking that I've got the right one. All right, they're quite cheap though.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cheap and cheerful.
Exactly. Cheap and cheerful, but they do the job. They rip shields to pieces. And they're
All
pretty
right.
good on hulls too.
Okay, utility mount. First utility mount.
Right, I would go with 3 heat sinks.
Heatsink launchers. Okay.
Yep. And then 2 chaff launchers.
2 chaff launchers.
Yep.
Madness.
And in the very last slot, a Vaxi kill one scanner.
2 chaff launchers. Sorry, 1 second, and then
Yep.
finally
A rank C kill warrant scanner.
a rank C kill warrant scanner. There you go. I'm paying attention now. Paying attention, guys.
Good,
I'd just
good.
like to give love to the chat as well. Hello, chat.
There you
Hello,
are.
Lucantra. Hello, Peppy55. Hello, Ben Moss Woodard. Jenna Herfen. Alien. Good to see you, Alien. All right. And then moving on to my internals.
Right, so what we'll then do. Now, I always go for the power plant last.
Okay. Good tip. Hot tips.
Because you don't know how much power you need until you're finished.
That's right. So you'll see what power you need, and then you go, right, well, and then you go for the cheapest one, right?
It depends on heat dissipation. I normally, I normally go for the best one because you've got better heat dissipation. But if you want a budget, you can knock it down a bit.
Apparently, I've bought class 1 lasers instead of.
Oh dear.
Class 1 lasers instead of class 2. It's all right. Moving on. We've got to move on. This is the time.
It was supposed to be, class 2.
They're supposed to be class 2 burst lasers, were they?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh.
But you're not going to go out and shoot anything, are you?
Yeah. Steve the Pirate he's very upset. He says, "You're putting small lasers on medium hard points."
Oh dear.
He's sad about that. Yeah. Well, maybe.
Oh, Millstone's asked a question. If you have multiple chaff launches, do they fire singly? Yes, they do fire singly currently.
Oh. I'll change him. I'll change him for.
All right,
I'll change him to save face, because you know.
Yeah.
All right. Just to stop No, you know what? It'll take me a second.
Take your time. Don't rush.
We got
all evening.
can you hum some? I don't know.
Strangers in the night,
That's
we're
nice.
always meeting.
Okay. Is that the sort of
Too
thing
much?
people can expect from your live streams?
Yes, and more. I have a plethora of crew to help me. Courtesy of HS voice packs.
Oh, yeah, you had to. Were you asked to get that little plug in there?
Well, I had to, you know.
No, absolutely. You should talk a little bit about. You should.
The wonderful voice packs that are available.
Yeah, no, definitely do. At the end, we'll talk a little bit about the voice packs. They are fantastic. They really, really are. They're cool. Awesome. And I think you and I are actually going to do a little bit of a stream together at some point about the voice packs. Trying some of those new voice packs out. I think it'll be quite a cool little thing. We'll do it with the other streamers as well. So,
awesome.
where am I up to? Power plant. No, last. Power plant is last.
So, okay. So if we do first of all we'll go from the bottom up to compartments. So in the class 1 slot, we want a fuel tank.
That is to replace the basic discovery scanner, correct?
Yeah, exactly. Because as we all know, the 30s have terrible jump range and fuel capacity.
So what fuel tank do you want?
A
Just
1C.
fuel tank. A 1C.
We can only put a 1C in there.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
Okay. Next one up.
It's a 2A fuel scoop. Does that help you get around?
Yeah, I'm 2A fuel scoop. Very important.
Because you never want to run out of fuel, do you?
No, that would be really silly. All right, next one up.
Okay, so in the 2 class 4s, you want 4B shield cells.
4B shield cells.
Yep. The reason being, you get an extra shield cell on the Bs.
Shield cell.
You get 5 instead of 4.
Say shield cell 3 times.
Shield cell, shield cell, shield cell.
On the seashore.
Yeah, something like
what
that.
did you say again? What class?
4Bs.
4Bs. 4Bs.
4B or not to 4B?
4B or not to, yeah. That's right. And how many of those do I want?
2. 1 in
Two
each
of
slot.
those.
Yep. Gives you 10 shield cells, which lets you stay in combat for longer. That's why you had the 3 heat sinks. Every time you pop a shield cell, you pop a heat sink. That's why about the heat generation.
Yeah, no, and that's an important thing that I learned last week as well. And I'm really glad that we're not actually going to be doing any combat. And sadly, we're not going to get any time to do any today because I am terrible. All right, after the shield cell banks, what are we going for?
Right, you want the top shield you can get, which is a 5A. Now, it's not quite, you're never going to get the optimum mass, but it's close.
5A. I've switched over to my mouse to do these.
Yeah, okay.
You're never going to get the optimum mass, but it's close, did you just say?
Yeah, because the optimum mass is 405 tons for the 5A, and this total build will come out around about 445 tons.
Server transaction error.
Oh, God. I would have thought it,
Jumping in so low, let's just see if that helps. Thanks, everybody, for joining us. I'd love to see everybody here. It really is. Hopefully you're being just as educated as I am.
Oh, hopefully mine's not going to drop as well.
Somehow. You're dropping as well, are you?
No, mine's fine at the moment.
All right. Hopefully it wasn't an internet connection-y thing.
No, it must be just a server connection.
Yeah. Steve the Pirate says terrible meaning uneducated. Aw.
Oh. No, you're learning. No, we're not going to do a do-over. Go away, dog.
Right, all right. Where were we up to?
Right, so up to the shield, 5A shield.
Shield generator. Yep, got that. Next one.
Okay, right, okay. So now this may be a little bit controversial,
Uh-oh.
but I go, well, 4A sensors, that's normal.
4A.
4A sensors, yep, because that can see further.
Yep. Everyone likes to see further.
Indeed. Then a 6A power distributor.
So what fuel tank are we keeping in there?
Oh, you leave on that. You leave the maximum on there.
Maximum, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I never touched that at all.
Power distributor?
A 6A.
What?
Yeah. Or maximum power to weapons.
Maximum power to weapons.
Exactly.
The 6A, also known as maximum power to weapons. Life support?
4D.
4D.
Gives you 7.5 minutes, which is enough in my book.
Frame shift drive?
4A.
I mean, I'm seeing a pattern emerging here.
Yeah.
The expensive stuff. Toadie loves his expensive stuff.
Well, you've got to treat yourself, haven't you?
Thrusters. It's a lot of fun, Toad. Thrusters, what are we going for with that?
I wonder if you can guess.
For 5A.
Yeah.
Power plant.
And then lastly, a 6A. Oh, you could get a 5A in this, but again, as I say, I'd rather have the heat dissipation whatnot. Especially when you start scooping in the third lance.
Okay. Imagine I didn't know what you meant by that. Pretend for a second.
So when you're scooping off of a star,
Yeah.
you generate heat by getting close to its.
Well, yeah. I mean that's.
Yeah. And the power plants have a heat dissipation value. And the higher the rank they are, the better they dissipate heat.
Well, there you go.
Don't get hot
So it means
as quickly.
that you can get they don't get hot as quickly, meaning that you don't get baked.
Exactly, and overheat and explode.
Yeah. Well, there you go.
Parking a star is a bad idea.
That's it. You've given me a kick-ass build here.
It does work very well.
Also, I'm going to my fire groups as well.
Yes.
Talk me through what you recommend I do with those.
Well, I would have on fire group 1 the 4 burst lasers on your primary trigger.
I've only got 3. I know. Oh, they're all there. No, they're there. Got them.
Going so well.
And then the second,
it would be the cannon.
Yeah, the cannon.
And on the fire group 2, I'd have just the kill warrant scanner.
Just the kill warrant scanner on your primary.
On the primary, yeah.
Yeah.
And that's it. Done.
What about the chaff launchers, the heat sinks, and all that sort of stuff?
Voice control.
Voice control. There you go, guys.
Yeah.
There you go. That's pretty cool. And you just go chaff launcher.
Yes, or shield cell.
What happens if you've got guests around and you think I'm just going to sneak off and play a little bit of Elite Dangerous?
Well, they think I'm crazy.
They think you're crazy.
Yes.
I mean, and they'd be right to think so too.
They would.
Yes,
They
I
would,
got
yes.
that. You got that just before I did. I know that we could talk about this for a long, long time.
We could.
Well, why don't you give me,
Yes.
instead of us doing that, why don't you give me a quick run through the couple of weird builds that you may have come across and may have used?
Ooh, weird builds. I've got my Miner Niner.
What does the Miner 9 get up to?
It mines.
Yep, should have seen that one coming.
Yeah, I've got my Miner Conda.
Miner Conda.
Which mines.
Which, good.
Which is really good because you can launch 9 class 3 Olympics collectors, so you just pick everything up. But the best one is the Miner Cutter, or the Rock Cutter as it's called.
Okay, the Rock Cutter.
Yes.
Sure.
It's a very expensive mining ship.
And what's unusual about that?
You're the classiest miner out in town.
Well, of course. My father goes mining in those all the time.
Exactly.
With his billions.
Oh, brave out the way, peasants. I'm in my cutter.
Yeah. Well, Tony, you have been an absolute pleasure as a guest. Will you come back and do another episode of this in the future so we can talk about some more unusual builds?
Definitely.
I mean, Educating Ed, obviously this live stream is about sort of connecting with you guys at home directly. So I'm really, really thrilled to see you all here tonight. And it is also about sort of learning. I mean, we're learning as we go with these streams about the sorts of things that people want to see. And I think that what we've learned tonight is we could go on for hours about outfitting. Who would have thought we could go on about hours?
But we don't have the time, do we?
We don't have this. Not tonight, but maybe.
But maybe another day.
Maybe another day. Maybe we'll do the spin-off episode in another day. But for now, we still have some more time tonight. So, Toadie, tell everybody where they should find you again.
www.twitch.tv/FieryToad, and if you want, I'll even put a link to my channel in the chat.
Yes. And you do that. And also, for those living in 2016, you don't have to put the www dots in front of them anymore. Now,
No, you don't. But
there's a
I'm
lesson
old
for
school.
you, Toadie. Old school Toadie. All right. So, yeah, round of applause, everybody in the chat.
Back, do me a favour, post my link for me, please. But yeah, thank you very much, Ed. It's been a pleasure. Hope to see you again soon.
Oh no, Toad, I know that we'll see each other very, very soon. And thank
Oh, I
you
hope
again
so.
for being such a fine sport. Everybody give the round
You're
of
welcome, my
applause.
friend.
Round of applause for Toady. Anyway, I'm going to get rid of you and invite my next guest in.
Thanks a lot then. Bye-bye.
Good evening, goodbye. Guys, what the lovely fiery Toad there, everybody. My next guest, and I'm going to keep these a little shorter now because we are running out of time a little bit. But I'm going to bring, we've got 2 more guests to go. One's going to talk to us a little bit about exploration. But first, before we do that, I'm going to invite the fantastic, the wonderful, the Imperial Inquisition's very own DJ Truthsayer. DJ Truthsayer.
Good evening, Ed.
Good evening, sir. How are you today?
I'm very, very well. How are you?
We have the politest community in the world. Just a series of polite, lovely voices.
To be perfectly honest, the elite community never ever ceases to with all the streaming and everything, I see a lot of it, and the community just never ceases to amaze.
They are a fine bunch, and obviously with this series as well, just meeting a different community every single time. Every single time I'm impressed. Like you say, it never ceases to amaze you. So you are part of the Imperial Inquisition, who I did spend some time with only a few weeks ago.
You did, indeed.
And we had a wonderful time. I lost pathetically in my battle against you, but you were still ever so kind as to hire me at the end anyway. But what are you going to be talking me through today?
We're going to be doing some PvP builds.
Okay, fantastic.
We have a Vulture, a Cutter, and a Fer-de-Lance.
A Vulture, a Cutter, and a Fer-de-Lance.
Yes.
I'm going to say that we might have to cut it down to one build for today, and then
No
we'll
problem.
maybe do one focusing on specific builds another time.
That's fine. In that case, may I suggest the Fer-de-Lance, because it's the closest to the meta at the moment.
Well, I actually did just do a Fer-de-Lance with Toady in the PvE, but maybe it'll be interesting to see what you would choose to do differently. So in fact, I'm in it right now. I'm in
That's
the PvE.
perfect.
I'm in it right now. So I'm in the PvE build, and then maybe as you're talking through this, you can explain to people who might not know what the difference is. Well, people might not know what would be the difference and why you'll be making a difference. Things.
Yeah.
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 Okay.
No, and there is a big difference between the PvE build and the PvP build, especially at the moment. DJ, sorry to be stupid here. What is the meta? Right, the meta. When I refer to the meta, I refer to the way that everybody plays a game within the game, essentially, and you're always trying to get one up on your opponent. And so builds change in type as you get essentially a rock paper scissors game going on, and everyone's always looking for the ultimate way to beat it. At the moment, the way that's swung with the recent changes to shield sellbacks, all of that sort of thing, is that silent running, hull tanking builds are the way that everybody's going at the moment.
Yeah, that's what I heard. And I love the fact that there's trends in the game. Like, everybody's going for silent running builds at the moment. That's the new cool thing. Are you going to show me that today?
I am.
Yay! I'm going to be trendy. Today, we're not bucking the trends, we're following the trends. Everybody follow trends. All right, what is it that I am buying for my? First of all, let's do the shooty stuff.
Okay, so with the weapons, I'm actually going to change what we've got on the pre-built one very slightly. For the huge hardpoint, go for a class 3 beam laser.
A class 3 beam laser.
Yeah, you may as well go fixed. Because the other 4 weapons are all going to be fixed, so...
Yeah, okay. So 3C beam laser, fixed?
Yep.
Yep, fantastic.
Now, just to say quickly, a few people in chat are saying they prefer shield builds. You can do, if we'd have done all 3 builds, I had a cutter build to show everybody, which was the opposite of this, that shows that you can still shield tank. But you've got to do a very different build, and it needs to be the larger ships. On the smaller ships, it seems silent running is the winning way at the moment. For all of the other weapons, put in railguns.
All the other weapons?
Yep, all 4 railguns.
So we've got the beam laser, and then we want railguns. Railguns. Yep. I think you actually gave these to me. So you want 2 or 1s?
2s.
2, right? Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Sorry, they're
No, that's fine. That's fine.
Idiot. Yeah, let's have a look at this railgun first before we. Hello. Look at you. You're a fancy chap.
They're beautiful, aren't they? The railguns. It's such a nice weapon model. It really is.
Railgun, sorry, 2. And yeah, okay. This is actually the build that similar to what you gave to me the other week, right? When we played.
Yes. Although the build that I gave you for Fight Night was one that had a bi-weave shield on it, and then it was hull tanking below a bi-weave.
Yeah, it was ridiculous. Like it was just lasting for so long. Because if you should go back and watch that episode if you haven't watched it already. But the Imperial Inquisition was so great. But we did some PvP against one another, and I was lasting a long time against some of your best pilots.
Yeah.
And that's just simply because I was such a tank. I was in such a tank. All right, sorry. You want everything else, Railgun?
Right, with the utility mounts, you want to go with 4 heat sinks and 1 chaff.
Okay. 4 heat sinks. So heat sink, which is similar to what Toadie went for.
Yeah.
But on the next one down. So you've got what? 3 heat sinks? Did you say, or 4 heat sinks?
4 heat sinks.
That's the difference. Oh, so why is that different to what Toadie suggested?
He's got the kill warrant scanner on there for PvP. You're not worried about the kill warrant scanner. That's the difference. Also, the extra heatsink launcher means that you have a longer time that you can stealth run. And also, because you're fighting in PvP at the moment, it's most often that you're going to be fighting silent running versus silent running. Double chaff isn't as important because you're not going to be targeted very often at all. If you're going to be targeted, double chaff is absolutely invaluable. You have to have it. But if you're not, you don't have to worry about it.
You guys are crazy. All right, so chaff launcher, and then finally, instead of the kill warrant scanner, what am I putting there instead?
Another heatsink.
Another heatsink. Look at that.
All of the heatsinks.
Yeah, everyone needs heatsinks.
Also, I do have builds, but I'm not allowed to post.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not allowed to post in chat.
Why?
I can't post links.
Oh, you can't post the links, can you? Okay, well, perhaps I'll do like a blog post tomorrow where I actually put together all of the different builds that people have suggested, and then that way, if you are interested, you should find it on there. So I'm sure we can post that to Twitter tomorrow, or I'll do it to my account on Twitter tomorrow or something like that.
No problem. No
in fact, or I can give you the link and then you can tweet it out to your followers or whatever. So internals, PvP internals.
Right. Okay. So first of all, with the bulkheads, go with military grade composite.
DJ, apparently, yeah, Skype Elite Dangerous the link, Skype Zach the link now.
Skype you the link. Okay, Zach, no problem at all.
So that's military grade composite?
Yep, military grade composite. Then under that, you want full A class for the internals down to the 3C fuel tank.
Okay.
Absolutely everything A class.
Absolutely everything A class. On the power plants, did you say, sorry?
Yeah, power plant 6A.
6A?
Yeah.
Oh,
and
I'm already in 6A, of course.
Yeah,
That's why I was like, why can't I buy it? Power plant is 6A, military grade composite, thrusters 5A?
5A, yeah.
Frameshift drive 4A, Oh, so but then life support you want A as well?
Yep, very much so. Now the reason you need an A class life support in this is because if you don't have the A class life support, then and most PvPers will target your cockpit. Your canopy, yeah? If you don't have the A class life support, then you're screwed.
PvPers will contact. Oh God, they will.
Yeah,
I'm just saying. I'm lucky to be able to hit the ship at all. So never mind. Be like, right, make sure I get the cockpit. You're an idiot if you're not hitting the cockpit, guys. Didn't you know that? All right. Sensors 4A.
Yep.
Fuel tank.
Leave it as is. 3C.
3C. Nixie in the chat says that you should probably go smaller on the PvP build fuel tank.
I disagree because it's added weight for ramming.
Okay, added weight for ramming, everybody. The noble DJ Truthsayer here, everybody. Added weight for ramming. All right, and so the next build we're talking about, the next shield generator, sorry?
Right, so all of the rest of the internals are going to be hull reinforcement packages, except for the 4 slot. And the 4 slot, you want to put a 4A FSD. Actually, no, ignore that.
So start again.
Go full hull reinforcement,
For all hull reinforcement packages.
Yeah, no shields. So take the shields off. Put a hull reinforcement in the class.
No
5.
shields.
No shields.
What?
No shields.
Hull reinforcement package. So what type? Are we talking class A?
D5.
D5.
Yeah,
D5.
there isn't A on hull reinforcements.
Oh
It's-
God!
it's only
I show.
E and D.
I go exploring. Honestly, I do actually play this game. Everybody. Sorry. So we want D5s. Did you say?
Yeah.
All right. When I find a D5 hull reinforcement, I'll let you know. I don't see it anywhere. D1, D3, D2, D4.
Are you in the 4 slot?
Yeah, perhaps. No, it should be. Are you talking about changing my shield generator to
Yeah.
a hull free? Right, okay, that's why.
Yeah, if you're in the 4 slot, then that'll be. Also, Zach, you should have the builds.
Yeah, hull reinforcement package D5. Hello, finally. All right, and then the next slot down will obviously won't be a D5 then.
That's a D4.
Ah.
I've actually, in the original build, I had an interdictor in the D4 slot, but I think we'll change that to the.
Okay. What made you made that decision?
Because the difference in the amount of armor that you get is absurd, and meanwhile, all the difference really in the FSD is the distance that. It doesn't change the actual minigame. All it changes is the distance you can start the minigame from.
The minigame.
Yeah.
Again. You mean playing the game?
As in the interdiction.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah,
it's just funny to put it that way. It's
probably
really funny.
the wrong term. To be honest.
Fuel scoop. So I don't need a fuel scoop in my PvP build.
No,
I just need
absolutely
another
not.
hull reinforcement package.
Yeah.
That you guys are crazy. You cats are crazy. All right, and this includes you going out and like trying to take out guys, right, and not take out guys, as in like pulling them out of space using your interdictor.
So in the class 2 slot, use an interdictor.
Yeah, so hull reinforcement package. In the bottom one, D4 doesn't exist. So which one do you go for instead? Just the next one up, right?
In the class 2, no, that's where you put the interdictor. So put a 2A interdictor in the
Oh
class
right,
2
okay.
slot.
No, that's instead of the fuel scoop, right?
No.
No.
And what slot? Yeah, you're in the class 2 slot at the moment. So in
Yeah.
the class 2 slot, put the interdictor.
Okay. Interdictor, where are you? You'll be at I. Are you sure?
Yeah.
Maybe I'm in the wrong place. Maybe I'm in the wrong place here. Sorry.
Frame shift interdictor, class 2A.
Oh God, this is. No,
Where is it? I've just seen you scroll through and I can't see it either.
so.
It
what-
should be under F.
Yeah, that's why I'm.
Got it in name ascending, haven't you? Oh, there you go. You just went past it. There.
Where?
In F.
Oh, I must have been in the wrong. I was probably in the wrong. Yeah, there you go. I was in the wrong slot. So, frameshift drive interdictor. We're going for A1.
A2.
A2.
Yeah, there should be. You were in the right slot. You were in the right slot. Go back. So go to the class 2 slot. Where
Yeah.
You've got the fuel tank.
Yeah.
And put in a
The fuel
A2.
tank. That's where I was.
Yeah.
Oh, you're watching 30 seconds delay here.
Yeah.
This
I
is
am.
all. This is all going.
I'm trying my best.
No, you're doing very well. Yeah, I am doing very, very poorly. Frameshift dive interdictor. I have E1, D1, C1, B1, and A1, but I don't seem to see an A2.
That's because you're in the You're in the class 1 slot at the moment. At least on the stream you are. Go into the class 2 slot.
It's all right. Everyone, stay calm. Everyone, stay calm. I'm gonna let you watch. I'm gonna let you see this.
Yeah, that's the one. You're in the right one now.
Hired, everybody. Welcome to Educating Ed.
There you go. That's it. Perfect.
The train wreck. I thought I'd let you watch me do that one, just for your own personal. Anyway, yes, all right. Fuel tank.
And then the fuel tank switch over to another hull reinforcement package.
We were having. I think what was happening there was we were having a breakdown. It's what you call in the business a breakdown, where things break down. Planetary approach suite, of course, you keep because everyone loves that stuff.
Yeah, and also, if you haven't tried it yet, genuinely, everyone, go down onto a planetary surface, something with semi-decent gravity, and do some dueling. Just have a little PvP between you. Also, in the livery section, Ed, as the final part of this build,
Yes.
Put the paint job over to the Black Friday paint
I
job.
just did that. You'll see that happen in the future. If there's one thing that I know, it's aesthetics. I can tell you, that's a PvP build. You must be black, of course.
Well, yeah, but especially with silent running, it makes you harder to see.
It's never. They're all equal. All of the paint jobs are equal. Right.
I have to admit, personally, my FTL is gold.
Well, that's what you want. I mean, if I was good at the game, I would walk around being flashy and just really being bolshy and just, just the most ridiculous. I think Ice White is pretty cool.
Yes, and very imperial.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, you would know about that as being part of the Imperial Inquisition, but
I know a little bit about that.
Fed or dead. All right. Anyway, moving on from that. Can I just say, Mr. Truthsayer, I'm sure that you have lots of different builds, and I think that Elite Dangerous, Zach, is able to post that in the chat right now. He's already done it. The build 3 is the Cutter, build 2 is the Vulture, and build 1 was the FDL. We only managed to get through one of your builds today because everybody else was too busy watching a male adult man failing to use the alphabet correctly.
It's not a problem at all. It's been a lot of fun, Ed. Thank you for having us at all.
I hope you've enjoyed it, and I hope everybody realises that that it's not real, but it's all a facade. It's not real. It's real. It's completely real. I'm having a breakdown right now. All right, round of applause, everybody, for DJ Truthsayer and the Imperial Inquisition. Where can people learn more about the Imperial Inquisition if they want to come and take you on in some absolutely awesome PvP?
We have a website, tiiq.engine.com, and also a TeamSpeak, which the details are on the website. Please feel free to join us every Friday night, especially for Fight Night. We do a Friday night Fight Night small ships friendly PvP.
And you can learn about that as well, actually, by going back and watching a previous episode of Educating Ed with the Imperial Inquisition. You can actually see me fail miserably at combat on there. It's really good fun.
Fail miserably? You won 2 of your 5 fights.
I feel like you let me off. I feel like you let me win those.
No, not at all. they were against perfectly good pilots.
Oh, all right. Okay, good. Well, yeah, exactly. More reason for you to go over there and check out me win 2 of my 5 fights against the Imperial Inquisition. All right, DJ, thank you so much. You've been an absolute pleasure, and hopefully you'll come back and do another one of these episodes at some point in the future.
No problem. Have a lovely evening, and thank you so much for having me.
Thank you, DJ. Speak to you soon. Goodbye. All right, and now I think we're waiting for Dr. Kai. He should be around. I'm going to move him over into the room so that when he does turn up, he'll know very much that I'm speaking to him. Dr. Kai, calling Dr. Kai. There is an emergency in the exploration room. You are needed in the exploration room. Let's have a look on my Skype just in case he's not said something in there where he can't do it or something. Well, thank you everyone for joining me tonight on this special episode of Outfitting Ed. Educating Ed, Outfitting Ed, which will probably turn into a spin-off series because it's been a rip-roaring success. But what we're doing tonight, if you are just joining us or if you've just stumbled across this stream, is that we are learning all about the different builds that you might use in Elite Dangerous, and we're bringing some people in to tell us about their sort of dream builds and the perfect builds that they would use. We had an awesome build from the guys from the Hutton Orbital Truckers, from Michelle, and from Jesters Inc. I'm just checking my phone to make sure he's not coming. About the trucking, which was absolutely fantastic. And then we had, of course, the wonderful Fiery Toad who told us all about PvE. And then we just spoke to DJ Truthsayer from the Imperial Inquisition, who told us all about PvP builds with the Fer de Lance. And wasn't it a beautiful looking ship? We're now waiting on Dr. Kai. He's back. I've seen him in the chat. He's saying, "I'm back. Don't worry, I found it." I don't know where he is. He's back. Dr. Kai, he's commenting in the chat, but he's not talking in here right now in the TeamSpeak. Just needs to unmute his microphone. There he is!
Yeah. What did I miss?
Nothing. Don't worry about it. I completed and filled the time wonderfully. So, Dr. Kai, how are you?
Yes. Very good. I'm a
Very-
bit confused. Is this? Oh, there's a delay on the stream. Okay.
Yes. There's a 30
I'm
second
really sorry about that.
Oh, it's okay. Don't worry. You're a fine gentleman, Dr. Kai.
I had to go to the toilet. I'm really sorry.
It's all right. Nature calls. When you
how do I
gotta go.
look?
You gotta go.
Good. Yeah, fair enough.
What were you saying then?
I was just saying, how do I look? Do I look okay?
You look fantastic. Yeah.
Thanks very much.
Have you got a new haircut?
Well, no, but I've combed it back. I look a bit like Elvis Presley right now. So.
Okay. You got a suit on, like a white suit, like Elvis would wear, or blue
no.
suede shoes? Is that Elvis?
No,
you
wearing
haven't
my
got any
black
of those.
pilot suit, I think.
Yeah.
And
Right.
hello to 254 people watching.
Hey!
I think my mum is in the audience somewhere.
Oh,
and
greetings.
my wife.
Oh
And so I'm totally not nervous.
no, you shouldn't be nervous. That would be ridiculous.
I'm picturing you in your underwear, so that's helping.
Well, you can see that I'm literally wearing this wonderful pirate T-shirt right now. No,
Yes.
but so Dr. Kai, where
Yeah.
people might have heard your name before. Why don't you tell
Doubt it.
people a little bit about where they might have heard of you?
Okay, I think you are hinting at the Distant Worlds expedition.
I
Yes,
might be.
they probably heard of my name there because it's a massive expedition that, well, Commander Aramis, Commander Aramis basically came up with. It's his brainchild, and together, me and him and you, behind the scenes, have put together the most amazing, largest expedition in the history of Elite, in the history of humanity, to cross the galaxy. 1,000 pilots as it is right now.
It's really, really, really impressive, and it's so impressive. You've got so much attention from like the press. Like you were in with the PC Gamer, Rock Paper Shotgun. Did Kotaku pick up a piece as well?
No, but Polygon is going to do the end piece when we arrive at Beagle Point, so that's going to be fun.
And I'm actually going to join you as well for that last little leg because, as we know, Daddy, of course, the Galactic intern's father, can pay for me to be boosted to places. So I'm actually going to join you for that last couple of legs as well for an educating ed
brilliant.
in the near future. Yeah, I'm
that's
sure we
gonna be
discussed this already.
Yeah, I didn't know that you're going to show up in person. That's really cool.
Yeah, of course, absolutely. All right,
That's really cool.
Lo, so
Gonna be
let's
big
go.
help to the expedition. Okay, go on.
Yeah, no, seriously, big up. Where can people learn more about that?
Well, we're completely forum based, so if they go to the Explorers forum and about 3/4 of the posts and threads right now are all about Distant Worlds. But in the sticky in that forum, you'll find the announcements thread, and from there you can just take off and find anything out you want.
There you go. Yeah, no, definitely should do that. All right, so outfitting,
Yeah.
that's what we're here for, right?
Yep.
You
bit
guys
more
do a lot
time.
of exploring.
Yes, we do.
Okay, so we have only got about 10 minutes, so we're going to just go
Okay.
through one of your builds today, and then we might invite you back later on to do some more of the wackier stranger builds later, okay?
Okay. Well, no problem. I think then we should focus on the Ultimate Explorer build. That's a bit of a controversial statement. It's either the Asp or the Anaconda, but I'm going to talk about the Asp if that's okay.
I think I think people would agree, a lot of people would agree with you, definitely.
Well, it's the most popular ship on the expedition, so...
Yeah. I love the some of the images and videos that are coming through. Actually, if you go and check out Obsidian Ant's channel, he's talking in the chat right now. You can see most of his recent videos have been about the expedition, and they are absolutely amazing. So, of course, it's the Asp Explorer, right?
Yeah, that's the Explorer.
Okay. Store my current ship. Here we go.
On that point, I just have to say the creativity coming out of this is incredible. Like, it's just given so many people a chance to express themselves and come up with really cool things, really professional projects, videos, streams, and I just keep getting all the time about everyone saying it's like the best gaming experience they've ever had, and I can see why.
Yeah.
By the way, hello to everyone at Waypoint 8 right now. We have a meeting going on that I'm absent from, but
You're supposed
you're
to be
not
at right
killing yourselves
now.
and blowing yourselves up.
Well, hopefully more people will maybe join you. I don't know. All right. I should book it well out there and join people. I really probably should have done, to be honest. Didn't realise I'd be doing as much exploration as I am doing right now, actually.
You are a busy man.
I mean, yeah, I'm glad someone's finally said it. No, I'm joking.
Well, you've got 61 million in your bank, and unless that's a hack of some kind.
60 billion now. I've spent a lot of money this evening, all right, on some fancy ships.
If we can chip away at that a bit more.
Let's do it. All right, come on.
Okay.
Outfitting.
So, right, are you ready?
Yeah.
Let's talk first, I guess, about the power plant, right? I'm going to put you on a 3A power plant. It may seem a little small, but we're going to play some trickery with the the power, and the A. I think your previous guest explained that there's also a heat rating on power plants.
Yeah.
So A grade power plants generally have the highest heat rating, and that's really important. And the Asper's generally a very cool running ship, so that's perfect for exploring. Then you obviously want the 5A thrusters.
5A?
Yep, 5A.
Oh, you say obviously.
Well, it's obvious because one of the key points to build an exploring vessel is jump range. So, not necessarily. If you are a crazy man like, say, Ranger O crossing the galaxy in a Sidewinder, then, well...
Yeah, which is pretty impressive stuff.
Quite legendary stuff.
Okay,
all
right. Frame shift drive.
Right, here's a little trick that a lot of people might not know. For the life support and the sensors, you want to switch to the 4D.
Oh, sorry, we're doing life support and sensors first, right?
Yeah.
Oh, the frame shift drive was 5A2, yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I skipped... Oh, did I say 5A? Yeah, I said 5A thrusters, right.
Yeah.
That is a choice that some people might disagree with. Like, you might want to go for
That's the one I was asking you about, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, you might want to go for the lightest for that. Because, you know, you get a better jump range when you're lighter, but right now, if you're going to be landing on planets, then it's good to have good boost capabilities. Same with the power distributor, if you want to switch that to 4A.
Okay. The power distributor. Yeah, so we'll talk about the frame shift drive. So we'll talk about the live support in a second. 4A, did you say, for the power distributor?
Yes.
Yeah, of course. And then, sorry, the live support, what were you saying about that?
Okay, yeah. So the life support and the sensors, you want to switch to the D variants because they're lighter.
To the D variants because they're lighter, okay? So we're looking at D4, right?
Yep, and any exploration vessel you build, you want to do that.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to come back to the fuel tank, leave it as it is now, but I'm going to tell you a little trick about that later, a bit of an advanced technique that I cover in one of my advanced exploration videos.
Okay.
Even though I'm not qualified to make them, but anyway. So, is there anything we skipped over? Because I haven't got actually visual reference of what you're doing.
So we're at sensors and we're at fuel tank, so the capacity 32 fuel tank, but then you said we're going to skip over that, so we're now at cargo rack.
Yeah. Right, so here is something that me and Obsidian Ant seem to disagree on, and I think we both have our own points. If you're going to go for a long time into space, you want as many SRVs as you can, so you use that 6 slot to get a 6G,
6G.
Planetary Vehicle Hangar, but that's Obsidian Ant's version. My version is take 2 and just be careful. So you want to use... I'm going to put into there the 6A fuel scoop, although whatever you can afford is better. When it comes to fuel scoops...
One second, slow down 1 sec. So I'm still at the fuel tank. So when you skip the fuel tank, the cargo rack, you suggested, what was the number again? Did
I say cargo rack? I meant... Sorry, I might not be speaking properly.
No, you're doing an amazing job. I just want to say it's me.
The internal compartments.
No, so we've got the first internal compartment after the fuel store.
Yeah, size 6.
A size 6 cargo rack. Okay.
Not cargo rack, fuel scoop.
Fuel scoop. You are speaking correctly. Yeah. It's me. It's my fault. No, it really is.
I understand what a dead brain feels like after organising all this. So.
Yeah, you've done an amazing job of doing all that sort of stuff. Talk some more about that while I try and find this fuel scoop.
Okay, well,
no,
what is there to say? Okay, fine.
So you say
6A fuel scoop.
6A fuel scoop, yeah, of course.
That's really expensive, so if someone can't afford that, then feel free to switch to a cheaper one. But when it comes to fuel scoops, the class is more important than the grade.
Okay.
So. Yeah. And then next on the 5 slots, that's where you're going to stick in your planetary vehicle hangar. That's where I do anyway.
On the 5 slots.
So go for the 4G vehicle hangar.
4G. So is that instead of the shield generator? Sorry.
Yes.
You move from that.
We'll just delete that. We're gonna put a shield generator later. Just pretend nothing's there for now.
Okay. Yes. No. That's a good shout. And what am I putting there instead?
A 4G planetary vehicle hangar. 4G's the lightest one, even though it uses more power.
Yep.
It's definitely tuned for explorers.
Okay, and I'm shoving both. I'm filling both of those bays, am I?
Yep, you're going to put SLV in both, unless you just want one, which, everyone has their own reasons.
Yep, okay.
Okay, but they don't add any weight, so yes, you might as well just put them all in.
Okay.
Okay, then I put an autofield maintenance unit in there, an AFMU, in the 3 slot. 3A would do.
3A on the autofield maintenance unit?
Can afford the power. You only need 1 these days because you can actually go and harvest some AFMU refill. If you haven't got Horizons, then I'm sorry, I'm not really talking to you guys, but it's going to be quite similar principles. Then in the next 3 slot, you want a 3D shield generator for bump protection.
So it's in my 3 slot.
Your second 3 slot.
Sorry.
A 3D.
Shield generator, did you say?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Shield. Sorry, I keep forgetting how to use the alphabet. Shield generator 3D.
Yes.
Wonderful. That is done.
Yep. And then for the next one, I've just put in a cargo rack just in case I want to pick anything up on my ways out there, like maybe some Thargoid eggs or something.
What size would you talk about that to collect these mysterious items that clearly don't exist?
Exactly. Well, 3E is the largest one that you can fit in there, and it doesn't weigh anything, so you might as well just go for it.
Fantastic. Brilliant.
Okay,
so
and then... Go on.
No, that's right. Next one.
For the last 2 slots, you want your Advanced Discovery Scanner and your Detailed Surface Scanner, the 2 most exploration-centered modules in existence.
So you would just put 2 cargo racks in there, would you?
No, sorry. Can you hear me properly? In the last 2, you put the Advanced Discovery Scanner.
Yeah.
And the Detailed Surface Scanner.
Okay, it's just I had 3 slots remaining to do. That's all.
Oh, sorry. So then, yes, in the last.
Oh no, it's
slot,
you're not considering the planetary approach suite. I'm sorry, that's my bad.
Oh yeah,
that was my thing.
Okay.
Sorry about that. So you want the Advanced Discovery Scanner, and what was the other thing that you said I should put in?
Detailed Surface Scanner. It gives you more information and credits for your scans.
Of course. And these are very important when going on an exploration journey.
Indeed.
All right. Oh, that's me done in that shit. But unless you think hard points are important, do you wanna?
Okay, so it depends how experienced you are. You don't want any hard points, but well, you could take a very small size 1 gun if you want to just help fight the drones and the scouts. Are they called scouts? Yeah, those guys.
The skimmers.
The skims, yeah, those guys. But generally speaking, you only fight them in the SRV, so I don't bother.
Yes.
And for the utility mounts, you can take a heatsink launcher, but the more experience you get, the less likely you're going to need one because there's pretty much nothing that's going to force you into a hot situation, even a binary if you know how to handle it. So I just want to tell you one more advanced trick that a lot of people don't know.
Okay.
Basically, the route plotter takes into account your mass when you're fully fueled. Right. So it will then plot your jump range based on that. So there's a little trick to get around that by taking a smaller fuel tank. Now, you don't want to go too small.
Yeah.
Don't want to go too small because then you don't get good jump efficiency, don't get good fuel efficiency, and you can end up stranded.
So you're talking 16.
So yeah, if you want to switch to 16, and then what you could do is you could switch the 3E cargo rack in my case to the largest fuel tank that you can fit in there. So you're bringing it up to I think 24 maybe.
So you're getting rid of cargo racks entirely?
Yeah, I've got 1 cargo rack in the build I've given you. So if you wanted to do that, then your mass goes down slightly when you're fully fueled.
Okay.
So that means that your route plot is going to have more to work with when it plots its route, so you get less jumps for the same distance.
Wow.
And that is my secret of the trade.
And that is and it's a wonderful build. And I've got a 32 light year unladen jump here.
Yeah, you can get more if you go for smaller thrusters and a worse power distributor, but then just stay away from the high G planets because you'll be in a lot of trouble there.
In a lot of trouble. Okay, yeah. So the power is a bit down. Somebody says ?
Exactly. So if you want to disable 2 things, you can disable the planetary vehicle hangar because that never needs to be powered, and the AFMU. You only turn that on when you need to use it. So with those 2 off, then you are safe and sailing through the galaxy happily.
There you go. So everybody, give Dr. Kai. That's not his real name. A round of applause, everybody. Dr. James Kai. Round of applause for Mr. Kai.
Can you hear them?
I can hear that very clearly. Thank you very much. But yeah, also welcome and thank you so much to Dr. Kai's lovely wife and mother as well. Honestly, it's such a pleasure to have you here.
And if David Braben is listening, I just want to give you my salute, and everyone in Distant World salutes you for creating this amazing, amazing game. And we're having the best time of our lives, literally, our entire lives. It's thanks to you and your vision. So we salute you.
Oh, I'm sure David really, really appreciates that. He knows how much you guys care. He really, really does. So thank you so much, Dr. Kai.
We salute you as well, Ed. Thank you very much for everything you've done.
It's easy. It's so easy doing this stuff. When it's talking to such wonderful people, you know, twice a week on a live stream. It's so good. I'm very lucky to be here. Anyway, it's people in the chat. They're clapping for you, but somebody did say they want a link to that. So if you could
to the build,
if you could put that link in the broadcast room chat here in the TeamSpeak.
There you go, guys. Oh, it says not sent.
Yeah, so you'll have to put it into my chat or Skype. Just give it to me in Skype.
Okay. Hold on, Ed.
Hey, we're just going to chat in Skype now. Just two guys chatting on Skype for a while.
Yeah, as you do.
All right, I'm going to get this link up.
Okay, that build does not include the fuel tank trick, but if you've watched it, then you should know it.
Okay.
Thanks, guys, in the comments. It's good
Message
to
not
see
sent
you.
error. That's an odd thing. I'm not getting it either.
Well, look, you know what? If you come to the announcements threads that I mentioned before in the Exploration forum, which is a sticky in that forum, I'm going to put it as the most recent post, and I'll put it in the op.
Okay, do you have a link to that thread? Maybe we can post that one instead.
We could try that one, yes. Got that in a bookmark somewhere because I tend to use that one a lot. I like to make announcements. I will try that in Skype for you, Ed. There you go.
Coming through.
Or is that the wrong Ed Lewis?
No, that's the fake Ed Lewis. No, you got the right person. You found me. Where has everybody gone?
By the way, has anyone blown up at the meeting tonight? Anyone in the chat?
I'm not being able to send these messages for some reason. Perhaps Zach is still there for me. I'll give it to him in Skype and see if he's still here. I don't know if he's still around. Anyway, thank you very much. You could just
do it in sign language on the screen if you want.
I'm not sure that's even possible.
Got plenty. Well, I don't know how you do a backslash. That's a weird one.
Yeah. Weird one. All right, there's one Ed Lewis. Dr. Kai, you have been an absolute pleasure. Really, really appreciate it. Hopefully you'll come back. Good luck with the Distant Worlds exploration. I hope that you keep going and you keep and things go completely smoothly and impossibly easy for you.
Thank you very much, and fly dangerously, guys, and let's make it to the end. Come on.
Honestly, it's really, really, really impressive. So again, thank you so much, and thank you everybody. Give Dr. Kai one last round of applause, and give everybody a round of applause. In fact, I'm going to see who's still here. Let's bring everybody back in really quickly. Oh, we've got somebody else here. iGamer17. I'm not even sure who that is.
Sorry, I was muted.
It's all right. You're right. How's it going? Hello, everybody. Thank you very much. Round of applause, everybody. Say good night to everyone.
Nice to meet you guys. Well done. Take care. Good night.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Good night. Thank you so much. Have fun, everyone.
See you soon. I'm gonna leave you all now. I'm off.
Bye. Don't leave us, Ed.
Bye.
Come back.
They've gone now.
I'm the last one.
Oh, you are. Goodbye. Bye. Hello. Right. Oh, now I've got you to myself. Absolutely. Said bye in chat. Sorry. Yeah. All right. Zach isn't there anymore to post that link. So hopefully you do find that link. It's in the Distant Worlds exploration. Find it on the forums on there. I have had a lot of fun tonight, and I hope you guys have too. We're doing loads more of these streams, Educating Ed. Next week we're going to be joined by the absolutely fantastic Kate Russell, who for the Hammers of Slough episode of Educating Ed, and they have some crazy Sidewinder Sports Day activities planned. That's going to be so much fun. So genuinely, please do come and join us for that. As Mad Dog says, yes, finally Ed, we're alone. But we'll be doing more outfitting episodes. We'll do some crazy builds. We'll get people to submit their builds. If anyone's got any weird, crazy builds, I do want you to submit them to me. So send them to community@frontier.co.uk, your builds and the things that you use, and maybe we can feature them on the next episode of this. I will find out when we can do more, because we do have a few streams planned for the next few weeks, the next coming weeks, which are going to be very, very exciting. So do check those out. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you, Muslim Barn, Pleppy, Kavor, Kevin Bergen, Osric, Tay, Tantalazora, Exile. So many of you tonight. You're a wonderful bunch, and I really do appreciate you being here. So again, thanks very much, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.